Hey guys, it's Marshall Ting with your Superior Ag Insurance Ringside report for this past week, the week of February 2nd through the 8th. So another busy week here in the state of Kentucky across your auction barns and markets. 21,557 head of cattle marketed statewide. Back just a little bit from what it was this time last week, but if you compare it to a year ago, guys, we sold 34,000 head of cattle statewide, and that puts week-to-week comparison us back about 13,000 head this year over last. So let's talk about what's going on in the market. You saw a whole lot go on in the market. You saw a whole lot go on in the industry as a whole last week. You had talks of the Mexican border starting to open back up. There was all this talk of the 25% tariffs on the Mexican and Canadian borders, and your board was on a roller coaster. So that did have an effect on your market. Now, which one hit it the most, I can't really answer, but this board was pretty volatile last week, and that kind of trickled down into your cash market as to be expected. So we're going to call your feeder steers and heifers down about $5 to $10, and that's going to be pretty much statewide. Your yearlings were going to be steady, however. We're still back in the CME feeder cattle index, but if you compare them week to week, yearlings pretty much steady. So let's talk about these little things that are worth going in. So your 4-weight steers, they're going to call them about 370 as an average. They still topped off at 413. Your 5-weight steers, 315 to 320 as an average there. They topped off at 377 and a half. And your big 6-weight steers, 285 as an average, and they topped off at 328. So again, even though that is still back $5 to $10, that's still a lot of money on these little lightweight calves going in. Now, let's talk about your yearlings. Light test on your 8 weights. You saw quite a few bit of 6s and 7s and a few loads of 9 weights being traded, but I think the biggest part of last week was a lot of your farmer cattle. 2 weeks ago, you saw a lot of loads. This past week, you saw a lot of producers come in with those smaller drafts, and I think that just kind of reflects in your market here. So let's talk about this. So here's a big string to start off with, and probably one of the top selling trades in the state of Kentucky right now. Here's a big string, 120 head of black steers, weight 803 on the average at 270.35. Then go up here to some mids. Now here's 62 head of black steers, weight 862 at 257. That kind of shows you how much this market's kind of reflecting back on this volatility in the board. And then here's 52 head of black steers, weight 822 at 249.50. So as you can see, we're back just a little bit, pretty much steady as what it has been, but it's back compared to the CME feeder cattle index. So let's talk about that CME. So your feeder cattle index has backed up just a little bit, to be expected as your cash market has. So Monday the 3rd, the CME feeder cattle index was 279.45. Tuesday the 4th, 279.03. Wednesday's where we started to see a bigger drop now, 277.64, and Thursday was a bigger drop as well, 275.59 on that. I don't have Friday's information yet, but stay tuned to your emails this afternoon, and we'll have that right to you. So that's what's going on in your cash market here in the state of Kentucky. That's what's going on in your CME feeder cattle index. Guys, if you have any questions on any of this information or you're interested in the LRP policy, there really is no better time than right now to invest in one of those. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the guys. Call Ian Thomas at 859-613-2453. Call Adam Shoemaker at 859-338-4116, or call Cole Clark at 859-865-2980, or check them out on the web, www.superioragins.com. As always, thank you so much. Be careful out there in the snow this morning. Talk to you soon.